Welcome back to One Comic a Day, where we're covering Superman 89 and the second story, Superman of Skid Row. Yes, the Skid Row that should not exist because he destroyed the slums all the way back in the first 10 issues of Action Comics. They should never exist again because he destroyed them, so the government had to build low-cost, affordable, nice housing for the struggling people. Which is a nice thing. It's just that Superman went about destroying it without giving any word of warning to anybody. It was one of the most shocking moments of Superman we have come across. That happened in the first 10 issues, especially. There was another story, but I can't get sidetracked by all the weirdness that happened in those first 10 issues of Action Comics. Now, what I really have a problem with this story, and this story isn't, say, the greatest story. It's still a fairly weak story, weaker than the competent stories we had been getting. But what really I want to focus on is the ending of the story, because it so aggressively just kind of happens and confounding that I thought I was having a stroke. It sort of happens off panel in the gutter too. It just flabbergasted me. I had to reread it several times to make sense of what was happening because it felt like a non sequitur. So crimes and vandalism and violence is happening over what seems to be the Skid Row news, the press of Skid Row, which is an odd thing to be happening. So Clark goes undercover as homeless in Skid Row to try to get a job at the paper. But mainly it starts off with him making friends with some other homeless tramps, vagabonds, what have you, to earn his way onto the paper. Immediately after getting onto the paper, he finds out that the paper is being used for blackmail using code where they capitalize one letter in the story until it spells out some sort of blackmail message. The blackmail message we see is someone being threatened to be outed for having a brother named Fred in Skid Row. So it's such a bad view to be related to someone who's in Skid Row that you're willing to pay off money to, I guess, the newspaper so they don't reveal it. Though I'm not exactly sure how the blackmailee is told the code in the first place to read the blackmail message. And if you get that to them, why don't you just give them the blackmail message to begin with? Like, even if you're trying to keep like one step removed from it, if he gives it to the cops, the code to the cops, they would be able to solve the code of the newspaper. It's such a weird thing. Anyway, Superman cannot actually stop anything because randomly in the middle of the issue, he punches out a meteor heading to Earth, which has become old hat as it was joked about not too long ago. That kryptonite dust comes off of it and he's feeling sick. So the final page and the final 6 to 9 pounds starts off with them talking about how Fred just got a story published because Fred used to tell stories, and the story gets published, and then they build low-income housing, and they get housed. And Superman's like, great job. What the hell just happened? Superman asked them to help him, and then it's like, I sold a story, some house being built, we're all better off now. From what I can figure out is Fred, who was being the one whose brother was being blackmailed, wrote a story to make money, and then him and the other guys got out of poverty for that? I don't know what the hell just happened. I am so confounded with what just happened. I guess this inspired him to take up writing again. But how does that help the others? Does he have them all move in with him? Are we sure I'm not having a seizure or a stroke of some kind? It's such a weird ending. And it doesn't feel like the newspaper was stopped at all. Like, Superman never confronted and got rid of this blackmailer. The blackmailer is still out there. What got resolved? The wrong thing got resolved. I've gone insane. What is this story? Okay, that is it from Superman 89. Superman of Skid Row. If you enjoyed this video, and I don't know why you would, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And what the hell did I just read? What was the story? Bye.